guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so stinking excited for today's video, and I know I say that about pretty much all my videos because for the most part I am really excited to film all the time, but this video has been like longly anticipated in my world. So a couple of weeks ago I received this giant Covergirl PR package, and in fact I have the box down here still. I kind of need to figure out what to do with the box because it's massive, you guys. It's like this big. If you haven't seen my PR haul, which I think is gonna go up before this video, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna link it down below for you so you can see just how massive this box is. So I got it and I kind of sneak peeked it on Snapchat, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna open this on camera. So I put it in a PR haul, and then when I finally opened it, I was like, this is so much stuff. Like, I'm so stinking excited. It's pretty much the entire Covergirl spring collection. So I wanted to film another video where I go through each product and maybe show some swatches, kind of talk about each product. But I figured before I do that, I should actually test out the products and put them on my face to kind of see how they wear. That way when I'm talking about the products, I can actually have something to back it up, you know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna put the swatch video before this one, but I'm filming it after this one, if it makes sense. It just made sense for me to put it on my face before I filmed that video, you know what I mean? So by the time this video goes up, you actually may have already seen me talk about all of these products. It's a confusing world here in YouTube, but anyways, long story short, today I'm going to be covering my face entirely in Covergirl products. I think the only thing, if I choose to do it, that will not be Covergirl is lashes. So if I put some falsies on, those will not be Covergirl. To my knowledge, I don't think Covergirl has any false lashes. So, but throughout this video, I'm going to be incorporating in some of the new products from Covergirl, some of their existing products and products that I know and love, and some products that I've never tried before. So I'm pretty dang excited. Covergirl is one of my favorite drugstore brands. I can tell you that all throughout college and all throughout high school, I just loved me some Covergirl. And I feel like I got into the world of high-end makeup and I kind of forgot about Covergirl. And it makes me really sad because it is such a fantastic brand. I know my mom uses a ton of Covergirl, my sister uses a ton of Covergirl. These eyeliner pencils are like a holy grail in my family. So their mascaras are amazing. I mean, I could go on and on about how great the Covergirl brand is, and they kind of rebranded their whole image, and they have this whole new I am what I makeup thing that they're doing. So anyways, I'm gonna stop blabbing and I'm just gonna put some of this stuff on my face. So for the most part, I mean, they gave me almost everything I needed to do my whole face, including primer. So they included a new eyeshadow primer. This is the Lid Lockup Eyeshadow Primer, and it kind of looks like a mascara. Okay, why can't I open it? There we go. It looks like a mascara, but you open it up, and then it has the same kind of visual look as the Nars Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, which you guys already know is my holy grail eyeshadow base. I feel like I cannot do my eyeshadow without that. So this will definitely be a true testimony as to whether or not I, you know, can switch away from Nars, but does it have a smell? It doesn't have a smell. It feels really nice. I don't know if they've had eyeshadow primers before. I don't know. I'm not gonna prime my face though because the foundation I'm using has a primer in it. So this is the Covergirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. So it's a 3-in-1 foundation because it includes the lasting power of a primer, the coverage of a concealer, and the blendability of a foundation all in one. It's shine free. I grabbed the color Creamy Natural 820. I've actually used this foundation a ton in the past, and then I got rid of it because it was kind of old and I hadn't repurchased it for a while, so oops, I probably needed to shake it up. I did repurchase it. This is a brand new bottle and I haven't used it in a very long time, so I'm anxious to see if I still like it as much as I did back in the day. I think this was the color that I got before. I'm gonna put 2 pumps. These are huge pumps, by the way, you guys. Ugh, I got that all over the place. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender. Oh yeah, this looks like it should probably be the right color or pretty dang close. Oh yeah, good color match. blends very, very easily. It's covering a lot of my redness. Just as awesome as I remember. I am having a little bit of trouble with it staying on my nose, which is typical for most foundations, so I'm honestly not surprised. But next is concealer. This is new. This is part of their spring collection. It's their Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I think this is the second lightest one, which is in the color Light. They're not labeled in the package that they sent me, so I hope that I grabbed the right color. This is one of those twisty, twist up thingies, so it's gonna take me a minute to get the product to come up. There we go. So this looks like it should be the right color. It does come in, I think, 6 colors, which is pretty good for a concealer range. I mean, obviously it could be better, but not terrible. I think I'm gonna, stripe it down my nose. I do like these little concealer pen thingies. I have a couple. I have one from Dior, and I have one from YSL, and I think I have one from L'Oreal also. I just think they're kind of fun. They don't usually have the fullest coverage though. So let's see about that coverage. Yeah, definitely not as full coverage as I'm used to or as I like, but it's perfect for like an everyday, just quick, slightly conceal your under eyes type thing. I mean, on a daily basis, I don't use like Tarte Shape Tape, and I don't really cake it on as much, so this is perfect for daily use. It does have a weird smell to it though, I will be honest. And I just realized I totally forgot to use this. This is their True Blend Pre-Touching Palette. It's a color correcting palette, and I totally forgot to use this, and I had plans on trying to use it. I've never used color correctors before, and I was going to use it and I forgot. So yellow evens discoloration, green reduces redness, and purple brightens. I was going to use the purple one under my eyes, and I'm kind of wondering if I still can. Let's see, I'm going to use my Beauty Blender. Definitely brightens. I'm gonna need to put concealer on top of it though, so I don't have like a purple tint. This is definitely supposed to go on before concealer, guys. I just totally forgot. Put another layer of concealer just to kind of camouflage that purple. Well, it's definitely not going to be like your full glam, full coverage concealer, but I actually really do like how just like refreshing it is, and that purple did definitely brighten my under eyes. They did provide a setting powder, so this is part of their spring line. They repackaged a lot of their products. It just looks very chic, and I don't know, this looks very high-end to me. And this is their Vitalists Healthy Powder in the color Classic Ivory. It is the lightest one. This does come in 4 shades, so it comes with a little compact mirror and a powder. This might be a really good like throw in your purse type of powder, you know what I mean? Touch up, blotting powder. I'm going to use it to set everything because I don't have an under eye setting powder. So I'm going to dot this under my eyes. And then I'm going to also use it to set my face. It's definitely not like a full coverage powder. It is really soft and it is really blendable. I mean, let me show you guys how easily that just kind of like blends into my skin. It's very, very blendable, but it's not super duper full coverage. So I will say this probably won't be something that you can use as like a powder foundation unless you're a super light coverage person. Like I think my mom might really like this, but it does take out the shine and it does leave a nice fresh matte finish. So I do really like this. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more and see, like, can I wear it as a foundation or just a setting powder? Like, how is this gonna work? So next up is eyebrows. Or do I want to do the rest of my face? I'm gonna do eyebrows next because why not? So I'm gonna scoot this a little bit closer and I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit closer. I don't typically do my eyebrows on camera because this process takes super long for me. I'm just not the best eyebrow person, I will be totally honest. But Covergirl did include some of their brand new spring line eyebrow products. So they have these like little pomades that look very similar to Benefit Ka-Brow, which is one of my favorite brow products of all time. So it has like this little glass bottom, and then you twirl it off and it's like a pomade thingy, and then there is a hidden brush in the top of the little thing, the little handle right there. So this comes in 4 shades. This is the lightest shade. It's in the color 720. I think it was blonde or something like that, soft blonde. So this is brand new to them. And then they also came out with these like precise brow pencils, which I think almost every makeup line has a brow product like this. It kind of started with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and then every company kind of morphed and made their own version of the Brow Wiz, high-end and drugstore. So this is CoverGirl's version of it. This is called their Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. This also comes in 4 colors. I grabbed the 2 lightest ones, which is Soft Blonde and Honey Brown, to kind of see which one is going to work best for my brow color. I typically will use a taupey color, so I'll have to see, you know, what the undertones of each of these are. They do come with a spoolie brush on one side, which is fabulous. Like, I love when brow pencils come with spoolie brushes, because if it doesn't have one, I have to like use a different brow product that has one, you know what I mean? So let's try this out. It actually looks like Soft Blonde is going to be the right color for me. Looks like it has ashy undertones, which is perfect. It's hard for blonde. I don't know why, but I feel like most blonde colored eyebrow products have a like a warm undertone. I don't know what it is. Looks like this is going to be the right one too. I do really like this. It's like a stiff pencil, but it's pigmented. It doesn't feel over waxy. I mean, it is more waxy than like the Anastasia Brow Wiz, for example, is not this waxy, but I feel like most brow products from the drugstore are like really waxy. And I don't know if wax is like a filler product and it makes the product cheaper to create, if that's why they do that or what, but I'm gonna kind of outline my brows with this. And then I'm gonna go in with the pomade. And this is actually called, I'm sure it has a name. I'm not sure what the name is, but I don't know if I should use, I'm gonna use the brush that's included, because I use the brush that's included on the Benefit one. So let's give it a fair shot. The brush is very flimsy. The bristles are very soft, which I don't know that that is the right consistency for an eyebrow brush. You know what I mean? I feel like they should be a little bit stiffer, but it's workable. I always have trouble right here on my brows. I usually have to go back and fill that part in with a pencil. This is a nice color too. This works. I probably could go a little bit darker and use the darker shades of all of these, but this is working. My final thoughts on the eyebrow products are, I feel like they're good, but they could be better. This product is really nice, but the brush I don't really like. I think it's too flimsy, so I might reach for a different brush whenever I use it. So this is a good product though. The eyebrow pencil is nice. I do not think I would reach for this over like my Anastasia Brow Wiz. But I do think if I was in a pinch and I had to run to the drugstore and grab an ultra fine brow product, this is what I would grab, because I've tried, I think Maybelline has one that I've tried, and L'Oreal has one, and I didn't really like those, and I like this one better than those. So my brows look good. I like them. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. This is part of the new spring collection from Covergirl. It's the Katy Cat palette in the color Hot Cat. Is that right? Hot Cat? I guess that's right. There is 2 new palettes for the spring collection, as well as a smoky eye palette that is not part of the Katy Cat line. So if you didn't know, Katy Perry is a brand ambassador for Covergirl or something like that. So her name is on a lot of stuff. But the palette looks so cute. Like, look at how cute. The pans are shaped like little kitty cats, and they even have like a little kitty cat face embossment on them. Very, very cute. This one has really nice like neutrals on this side and then purpley tones on this side. It's really good balance of like warms and cools. So this is kind of the one that I was drawn to most out of all of them. The 3 that were included in the package. There isn't a matte cream base to put all over my eyes. So I think what I'm gonna do, did I put, oh, I'm just gonna use, okay, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. There is like a shiny color right here. I haven't even swatched these yet, so let me do that first. Ooh, really soft. Okay, wow. I'm actually really impressed. Those swatch really super nice. That champagne color in the middle is beautiful. Okay, I was not expecting them to be so soft and so pigmented, so I'm impressed, Covergirl. I'm gonna use the champagne color to put all over my lid as like a base transition color. I wouldn't usually use a shiny color for this, but this palette doesn't have a lot of mattes in it. It has a transition matte color, a deep matte color, and then there's a matte purple. I guess the purple side has more mattes because like that's a matte, that's a matte, that's a matte, that's a satin, and then that's a shimmer. So I don't know. I would like a lighter matte color, but that's okay. So we're gonna use this as a transition color. I am having like really bad eye irritation. I probably should not be putting eyeshadow on my eyes right now, but I'm doing it for the sake of the video. These are very powdery. Yeah, there's a lot of fallout, which is fine. Not a make or breaking point for me. Really pigmented, but is it blendable? Let's see. It actually does seem to be blending very, very nicely. I really, really like this transition color, you guys. This palette is like uber impressing me. I mean, look at how nice that blended. I'm really impressed. Okay, for all over lid color, I'm gonna use, I kind of want to use this kitty cat right here, which is like a pinky purpley champagne color. So I'm gonna go in. There is like flecks of glitter in this one. Gosh, okay, these are really pigmented. I did not need to pack that much color. I mean, you can see, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but in the pan, like they're very powdery, but they are like so pigmented. Nice. Like you don't need to pack your brush filled with color, you know what I mean? That color did give me just a bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go back to that champagne color. Gosh, yeah, there's a lot of powder on my, I'm afraid to like lift it too far up because I don't want the powder to get everywhere. I'm gonna go back to the champagne color that I used as an all over lid color, and I'm gonna tap it right in the center. And then I'm gonna slightly dab into this dark brown color. I don't wanna get too much. And just kind of intensify this outer crease. Super pretty, I really like that. Okay, last step, I'm gonna go back to the mid-tone brown and just put that on my lower lash line. I think I'm also gonna take that shiny champagne-y color and use it as a brow highlight. Ooh, very pretty. Okay, so the eyeliner that is part of the spring collection is actually a liquid liner. And I don't typically use liquid liner unless it is to line like my lash band. I never got the hang of liquid liner, and maybe I need to practice, but this one, it comes in like 5 different colors, I believe. There's a matte black, there's a shiny black, there's brown, there's a green, there's I think a shimmery black. So they have lots of options, and it looks like it's a brush tip. So I don't know, you know, what your preference is, but I'm just gonna swatch it really quick here. It's very pigmented. Let me show you what one swipe is. Very pigmented. That's like using the fat end. I don't think anybody does their liner like that. And the skinny end. So, I mean, definitely not bad for liquid liner. I think I'm gonna skip this though, unless I choose to put falsies on, which I'm gonna do my mascara really quick, and then we'll see if we wanna go the falsie route. But I do have a CoverGirl pencil liner here that's not part of the spring collection, but it is CoverGirl. God, makeup everywhere. This is the Liquiline Blast. I don't think I've tried this particular eyeliner. Usually the one I get is in a plastic container that you kind of click up. This is, you have to sharpen like a pencil. It's in the color Brown Blaze. So this says, effortlessly create striking eye looks with liquid-like intensity that lasts 8 hours. Our high pigment formula and smudger work together to give you an intense looking eye that will get you noticed. So there is a smudger on one side. I feel like a lot of CoverGirl products have this smudger. It's a nice smudger. I actually use a smudge brush, but if I didn't have a smudge brush, I would absolutely use that little smudger guy. So I'm gonna line my upper lids and my lash waterline, my lower waterline, and we'll see how we like this. That went on very, very easily. I'm just gonna kind of smudge it out with a smudge brush. It applied very nicely in the lower waterline too. I'll say it's not quite as like creamy as my Ardency In eyeliner, which is my favorite pencil liner, but it's definitely a very, very good alternative if you can't get your hands on that one, or if that one's too expensive. I want to say this one was like $8.99, which really isn't bad. The new mascara that's part of their spring line is the Peacock Flair mascara. They have it in waterproof and non-waterproof. This is a super cool package, you guys. It's like oblong. You can see it's like, see how it gets skinny and then fat and then skinny, and it has like a rubberized feeling to it. Like, I don't know, it's a really cool package. Like, I don't know, A+ in my book. And then the wand, ooh, is really cool. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but it kind of like flares and then gets skinny and then flares and then gets skinny. Like it has like a wave going through it almost, and it's little short plastic bristles. So let's see how this applies. So there's one coat. I will say it's not like blowing me out of the water, like super impressive, but it's a mascara, you know, it works. But it's probably not my favorite CoverGirl. There's a bunch of other CoverGirl ones that I would recommend probably over this one. There's one in the orange tube that I really like. This one just isn't really doing a whole lot for my lashes. I mean, granted, I don't really have amazing lashes. They're kind of nubby and they're not amazing. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but I do think that CoverGirl has better mascara options. All right, moving on to bronzer. This is not part of their spring collection, but this is CoverGirl. It's their True Blend bronzer in the color Bronze. I don't know if this comes in multiple colors. They do have blushes like this that I absolutely adore. They're just like, they're very reminiscent of the Hourglass blushes, I think, but I've never tried the bronzer, so I'm super pumped to test it out. There is like a swirliness of bronze and kind of like a little bit of a shimmer in there. Let's see. Okay, not uber pigmented, which is not a bad thing. It's just something to be aware of. Definitely some color. There is a little bit of a sheen though. I will warn you. If you're not into, well, I don't like shimmery bronzers. I wouldn't say this is shimmery, but there is like a kind of like a glow to it. If you only like matte bronzers, you definitely would not like this one. But it does give like a little bit of like a kind of glowiness, like a lit from within type thing. Let's put some down here. Very pretty bronzer. So moving on to blush. There also is not a new spring blush, which I was hoping, because I love blushes, but that's okay. This is the Covergirl Cheekster in the color Natural Twinkle. So let's see. I've never worn this on my cheeks before. Ooh, it does have a nice, pretty pinkiness to it. Again, not overly pigmented, so you can go in with a heavy hand if you want. They do have some new highlighters, and they're really cool. Like, this is probably one of the most exciting parts, I think, of the new collection, just because I've never seen anything like this before. I've seen eyeshadows in containers like this, and in fact, you probably could use these as eyeshadows, but these are actually highlighters. So these are the Vitalists Healthy Glow highlighters. They come in 6 shades. I grabbed the color 2 and the color 3. The color 1 is like white, which is probably beautiful, but I grabbed this one, which, does it have a color name? No, it's just 2. Oh, that's very creamy and very liquidy. I don't really know what I was expecting, but there's not a whole lot of color to that. I mean, it definitely provides like a little bit of a sheen. That was number 2. Let me look at number 3 really quick. It gets a much darker going from 2 to 3. I feel like these would be better suited as eyeshadows. Yeah, so this is like, I can't use that as a highlighter. You see that? It's like it's beautiful. It's like a rose gold, but like definitely not a highlighter shade for me. It would be a beautiful eyeshadow though. So I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Blender and the color 2 and try to put this on my cheeks. I mean, there's definitely like a very, very, very subtle glow. Like, very subtle. I mean, yeah, like it's there, but it's not like a very bright highlight by any means. It definitely adds like a color. Like you can see this side of my cheek looks a little bit kind of whiter and brighter, but there isn't like a shimmer, you know what I mean? It's a very interesting concept. I mean, maybe that was their goal, is they didn't want a heavy shimmer or a heavy glisten. They just wanted more of like a hint of color, because it does add brightness, which in theory highlight is brightness. So there is a setting spray included in this collection. I'm going to tilt you guys down just a little bit. Too much? Better? Worse? Okay, there is a highlight, or not a highlighter, a setting spray. This is the Covergirl Look Lock Up All Day Setting Mist. So this is supposed to set your makeup, I believe. Locks makeup in place all day. Microfine mist that has a weightless, barely there feel. Prevents makeup from smudging or settling into fine lines, and it's dermatologically tested. I worry about new setting sprays just because of what the mist would be like. Okay, it is a fine mist. It smells like cucumber water, like heavily of cucumber water. Okay. The mist is ultra fine. It definitely, I was afraid it was gonna like spit at me. You know how some setting sprays will like spit at you and then totally ruin your entire makeup look? It's kind of what I was worried about, but this one's nice. And if you push on it long enough, it has like a long spray, you know what I mean? I like that. I actually really like that. Okay, last but not least, I'm like inhaling it as I'm talking, is lips. And the spring collection has a ton of lip products, you guys. Like, so many really pretty lip colors. The Queen collection has 12 new shades. The Katy Kat Gloss has 12 new shades. There's this new matte line. It's the Melting Pout Matte, has 12 shades. There's just like so many lip products. So this is what I pulled out to try today. I really wanted to swatch this one. I don't know that this will really go with my look today, but it's almost like this Cantaloupe color. This is the Katy Kat gloss in the color Tabby Tease, but it's just really pretty. I was drawn to it for some reason. It's like this corally melon color. I kind of want to put that, well, okay, let me swatch the other one really quick. So that's that one, and then I also grabbed the color Catnip, which is a shimmer. It's almost like a beige nude shimmer. These do feel very sticky. This one's not as pigmented, but there it is. It's just like kind of like a nude. It reminds me of the Marc Jacobs Shimmer Shimmer. Or is it Sugar Sugar? I think it's Sugar Sugar. You guys know which one I'm talking about. So I think the lipstick I picked up is the Melting Pout. My makeup wipe is like covered and I'm trying to wipe things off and it's just getting more makeup everywhere. The Melting Pout Matte in the color Secret, which is kind of like this berry color, which actually is not very spring-like, but that's okay. I'm gonna try it anyways. These smell really nice. They have like a fruity scent to them. Oh, this is dark. This is a lot darker than I was thinking it was gonna be. So here's that color, Secret. It's a lot darker than I was thinking, but the formula is super nice. In fact, there's a color that I grabbed out of there and threw in my purse and I've been using like almost on a daily basis. It's in the color Ballet and it's so pretty. The formula is just so comfortable. It's really easy to apply. It's not like a moussey matte, but it's also not like a super drying matte. It's just like a really nice formula. I really, really like that. So I'm actually gonna put another color on top of this to try to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm gonna put, which one was this one again? Oh, this is called Cantaloupe. I thought it was called Catnip. Did I say Catnip? Whatever, it's called Cantaloupe. On top. That isn't providing much color. It's just providing like a layer of like shimmer. Let me see if I will put this one. This one's called Tabby Tease again. Yeah, these lip glosses are not like incredibly pigmented, but they're not really supposed to be. I mean, they're just lip glosses, so they're not super sticky either. They felt sticky in the swatch, but I mean, they're sticky, but they're not like sticky, you know what I mean? Alright guys, so here is my final look, 100% Covergirl makeup. I actually opted to not use lashes just because then I really couldn't say 100% Covergirl, you know? So I'm okay with the little baby lashes today. I think it's totally fine, but I'm digging this look. I have to say I am super impressed with this eyeshadow, you guys. I really highly recommend hopping out. I even like the colors in this one. This one again was the color Hot Cat. So really, really nice quality there. I'm really impressed with that. I also, of course I knew I was gonna like this, but I haven't used it in so long. The foundation, awesome. I'm still on the fence about the eyebrow products. As I was just curling my hair, I was looking at my eyebrows in the mirror and I was kind of like, like I could tell something's a little off, like it's not my usual brow products. So I don't know, I'll have to kind of get the hang of it. And surprisingly, I actually really like this highlighter. Like, I mean, you can see it in camera, it's coming up ever so slightly. I think it's really nice for somebody who doesn't like shiny highlighter but wants a brightening effect, because it definitely brightened up, you know, that part of my cheeks. I think it looks really nice. So Covergirl, you did fantastic. Your lipsticks are fabulous. Really, really good products. So stay tuned, you guys, because I am going to have a giveaway. I got every shade of all this stuff, and a lot of the products are just a little bit too dark for me, and I know that I'm not going to get any use out of them. So I'm going to have a giveaway, and I think I'm going to try to gear it towards like darker skin tones. I might have more products too. I think I'm gonna have a giveaway with 2 prizes, one for darker skin tones and then one either neutral skin, like no specific skin tone, or lighter skin tones. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna set it up yet, but I definitely want to give away some of these products because I don't want them to go to waste, and I just was very generously given so many. So stay tuned for that giveaway. It should be going up pretty soon after this video. So other than that though, I think that's about it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, of course, leave those down below, and I definitely look forward to incorporating more CoverGirl products into my tutorials. Thanks guys for watching. I'll talk to you next time.